Today I'm going to be drawing sculpting. Sculpting from this drawing, um, and several drawings from this pose. I like the drawings as drawings quite a bit. I'm not sure the pose lends itself to sculpting as it did to drawing, because the body's not twisted. It's like things are pretty straight here. There's the hips and the chest and the shoulders are basically aligned. There's nothing going like this or like that. They're not tilted either. Just pretty straight lying down. Yeah, but I'll see where that goes. And I think I will be sausaging again with this one, because the body is basically arranged like very close to each other. Like the legs are both parallel, and all of this up to the head is basically one big, rather concentrated shape. There's nothing like the legs aren't going up or apart. Yes, I think I will start with that sausage shape. And because he's lying down so completely, I will be working with the soft clay again. There's nothing here that needs to hold up a lot of weight or, yeah, there's nothing going up. So I can just roll the soft clay around on the ground and it'll be fine. Don't think there's much of a way for me with this one to keep the drawing visible while I'm working today. Maybe this drawing. Oh, I'll just take that one. At least there's a head. I think this model might actually have been asleep when we were drawing him. Great model, in his 60s at the time, and he used to fall asleep while posing, which was not very obvious in lying down poses like these, but sometimes when he was sitting, it was like, ooh, you could see his head slightly tipping over and then like startling awake again and such. Still a great model though. And in a way, in case he was actually sleeping while we made that drawing, that actually made the pose better, more true to an actual body and truly being relaxed, truly being sleepy. It's not something that it looks different from somebody pretending that they're relaxed and sleepy when they're actually relaxed and sleepy. So, I tend to make the heads too small, so I'll try to make this one a bit bigger today. Probably still too small, but let's see. So, then bunching up the chest a little bit. I'm not separating the legs because in the pose they're also together, so I don't have to really pry them apart. Now I'm getting lost in how nice it feels to touch the fine clay again. Already, there's absolutely no need for me to make this sausage shaped surface smooth right now. It's just fun to do. So, I think I'll give him a chin right away, just to orient myself. Somehow I feel like turning this sausage as much into a human body as I can already before I'm arranging the pose. I'm not sure why, usually I do it the other way around. But it can be hard, like as soon as the body is like crunched up the way it is in the drawing, I can't reach everything anymore. A lot of things just get harder to do. So here we have shoulders, hint of collarbones, and I'll try to get a bit of the sense of roundness of the rib cage. Probably a little bit of belly as well. Belly button. Trying to get placement of the pelvis more or less correct. As good as I can anyway. I think those thighs are too small at this point. Much more muscular in reality than I've made them yet. So they need to be bunched up a little bit. Probably the knees are lower down than I've had them. I think there were some rather massive quad muscles in this person. I might try to at least do them just a little bit in depth on existing. This pretty much together, one on top of the other, and then there's a little stuff that you can take off. So the back side is obviously not going to look human yet, but at least the front I feel like it's pretty okay. Head too big. Head too big, legs too short. Probably simply because the legs have been closer to me while I was doing this and thus looking bigger than the head. If I had worked like this, it might have been the other way around. And I might just work like this a little bit for correcting. This is also a problem when drawing. When you're drawing and one corner of the paper is much closer to you than the other one, there's likely to be some perspective distortion in it, just because you tend to draw because things close to you on the paper look bigger in relation to things that are farther away on the paper. First I will try to get the length better. Yeah, this looks better. Yeah. Now some of the bulk I've had to sacrifice to make it longer, so I'll bulk them up a little bit more again. Not as nasty symmetrical as they were before. They still feel a bit short to me. Better than before, but still a bit short. I think I'll leave them like that for now. So I'm going to try to arrange this rather sophisticated sausage somehow resembling the pose in the drawing. There's quite looks like he's almost arranging his legs in a very rectangular manner. Probably a lot of the modeling I did on the body to make it look more human is not actually going to be visible in the end anymore once the pose is arranged. It's all lost here somehow. Yep, the legs are definitely too short. And the chest is a bit crunched up like that. The shoulders. I'll take off some of the stuff from the neck and the back. Maybe a bit more rounding it. I think it would make his chest a bit too flat. And by extension also his belly. There's more here. So all that nice modeling of the belly and the pelvis is gone now. And in spite of all the bunching up that I did, the thighs are still way too thin. More than even more. Yeah, it's a bit more like it. to give this figure arms or not. I think for now, I'd rather be busy with the modeling of the body that I already have here. Where the sacrum is and the spine, and what the shoulder blades are doing. There's a shape here in this drawing around here that I would love to get right, but probably won't. I suspect this must be a pelvis, but it also kind of looks like muscle wrapping around the body here. Here at the beginning of the leg muscle, and the leg bone marrows, and how it connects to the pelvis. The feet are going to stay just one big thing. So where am I? What am I doing on this side? Hands or no hands? I think I'll go for hands. Or not hands, but at least arms. So I will put this on the body at first, being a lot thicker than it will probably need to be in the end. Just because the clay is easier to handle when I don't get super delicate with it. And it looks like this arm, that arm, I should do the other one first. Okay, I'm going to do the other one first. The one that he's resting on. Here. And then this is where the hand is going to be, but it's going to be under the head, so I'm not bothering too much with the details of it. In more than I had it. One arm. And now I have to bother a bit more with the details of the legs before I install the other arm. Because once the arm is there, I'm not going to be able to do much to the thighs anymore. But also because I need to know where to put that arm. And as far as I can tell, this arm is really just resting on parts of the body. Like it's resting on the belly, it's resting on the thigh, it's resting on in the chest a little bit, but for that to work, the belly needs to be bigger. Scrunching up the chest a bit more as well. Yes, it looks smooth enough. Let's try putting that arm there somehow. And it's basically between the knees, right here. And it goes up to the belly and then it goes down here. Okay, hopefully it's a bit more angular, not as floppy as I made it. I hope I can still get that corner later. Oh, still needs to be a bit straighter than it is, especially the lower arm. Maybe like that. Truth is, I don't know the actual angle of that arm. And right now, that is giving me a bit of trouble. Trying to line up my view of my little clay figure here, the view that I've drawn. Bit of what the chest is doing. So reaching out here. It looks like this angle is actually a bit more flat. That's quite pronounced muscles, so there's a bit more of a bulge for the triceps here. and a bit more of the biceps here. So, yeah, I'm not happy with the arm. I don't think I'm going to be. Back here, I should really make it a bit more slim, but I think if I would do that, it would not hold up anymore. It would start sagging too much. So I leave it like this. Bulk on the thighs again. So, I think I'm going to have a sip of tea and look at it with a bit more calm before I decide whether I call it a day now or keep messing around with it. Okay, so I'm apparently still awake and unexhausted enough to just keep messing around with it. So I'm just going to mess around with it a little more. Not sure it's going to be much use, have a great effect or anything, but at least I can do it. Just ears. Maybe the nose. Oh, I can see so much more in this than I can actually do. It's kind of frustrating, especially with the arms being too small. And my fingers being too big. I think I've simply reached the limit of what I can do at this size with my current level of dexterity and the tools that I have and know how to use. I think to do more, I wouldn't just need more time, I would mostly need more tools or a better understanding of how to do this in the first place, how to work it. Or I would just need to have smaller fingers, like half as wide as my fingers are now, and totally fine to add all the details that I want. Okay, so that's it for today. Here's the drawings. Yeah. Bye.